Hi, everyone. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to unmute Johanna. I think, yeah, there we go. All right, there. Hello. Oh,
hello.
Excuse me. It's never a live stream without technical difficulties.
I agree. How do we even know this is real?
I know, right? It might not be. Could be a illusion. No, I'm kidding. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is Wednesday. We are going to be chatting with Johanna live today. I'm trying to make sure I'm centered here. There we go. We're going to be chatting with Johanna live today. We're going to be doing a little bit of coloring, and I have linked at the top of chat the pre-order for Wonderful Wildflowers, which is what we're going to be chatting about today. So go ahead and save that link or open up another tab or whatever you want to do. Normally, I would go through and I'd say hi to everyone, but there's a lot of you in here, which is super awesome, and I think we should just go ahead and get started in. So if you are brand new to the coloring scene and you don't know, let's see, this way, okay. This is our lovely Johanna, aka the Queen of Coloring, and she has put out, oh my gosh, how many books at this point? Like 8, 10, 23? 14. See,
I'm not sure
oh my gosh. Yeah, Secret Garden was her first book. Her most recent book is The Magical Worlds, and her newest book coming up for release in, I should know this. Why didn't I? November? Yeah, November. I have it pre-ordered. For release in November is Wonderful Wildflowers, which we cannot wait to take a look at. But yeah, so if you don't know Johanna, now you know her. You'll follow her. I'm Emily, so now you know me. So we're going to be coloring, like I said, in Magical Worlds today. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and get started, and we will chat a little bit and get a little bit of coloring done. Johanna, what pencils are you using today?
I am going to use my Staedtler Design Journey pencils. It's a 72 pack, because I know you like Staedtler as well.
Yeah, we've got the Ergosofts today.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So,
my pencils are in horrible order. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I've got this nice pencils, and it's because I haven't used them since I last put them away. But
Wow.
I don't know if we'll move it so that chat can see it. Oh, it's behind my head, actually. There we go. Just tilt. Oh, wrong way. We're gonna tilt it this way. Okay, you see that cup back behind me? Maybe. There we go.
Yeah.
Down in the bottom left.
Yeah.
Those are a bunch of pencils that I was too lazy to put away.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah. Chat regularly teases me because I have a tendency to use them, and then I think, I still need to work on that page, and so I don't put it away.
These things happen. It's okay. Now also, Emily is about to do something really fancy with the camera. I can't do that, so I'm just going to tilt my laptop down.
There you go.
Good luck, everyone.
There we go. That works.
It
works.
Upside down. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I mean, there's a number of. I love that you've been doing a lot of like these little small victories ones in your book. So I guess one of the question is, are we going to have some small victory style pages in the new book?
Yes, absolutely. Because I know people love them. I love to draw them. You love to color them. They're just, I don't know. I think if you've not got a lot of time, but you want to get those feel-good vibes from completing a project, a small victory is just perfect. So yes, in Wonderful Wildflowers, there are a few small victory pages.
Well, and that's what it is. I mean, small victories, it's just like, it's not overwhelming. You can feel like, I was actually at a new bookstore that we have in town here that I was checking out for the first time. And it was kind of like an indie bookstore, pretty small, pretty niche book selection. And I was just like, they probably won't have, any adult coloring books because it is such a small bookshop anyway. But they had a small little rack by the door that happened to have a number of adult coloring books. There might have been like 15 books in total of different ones, and one of yours, I want to say, might have been Magical Jungle was there. And so I was speaking with the woman at the work there. I was like, okay, if you're going to get any other, like, you need to get small victories, because it's the perfect one, because it's just like sometimes, like, especially with the early ones, even like Secret Garden, sometimes you could open it up and be like, whew, okay, I don't know, man. But then you open up like small victories and it's like, okay, these are much more digestible. I could foresee myself getting this one done.
Exactly. The way I think about it is, I don't know if you have this app in the US, but we have an app here called Couch to 5K.
I
And it's
haven't.
basically this training app for running where you get from your sofa, your couch,
Yeah.
to running 5 kilometers. And it like breaks it down and it's all manageable and easy. And if you're an Olympic runner or, like an ultra endurance athlete, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's so little. But for most of us, that is the perfect start to fitness. So it's the kind of the equivalent of that. It's like an entry level where there's lots of different subjects that you can color. Like it's not just one theme, and all the illustrations can be completed in a single sitting,
Oh my
depending on how you
gosh.
color them. I mean, you could make them very intricate, but I love the fact that you could sit down and finish a picture in one go. I think that's really rewarding.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and you've been kind of on this fitness journey for the last couple of years, right? I mean, you have completed how many Munros at this point?
Oh, the Munros have taken a bit of a back seat at the moment. So I think we've been at about, would we say 27, 28 Munros, which isn't that impressive considering there's like, I think, is there not 181 of them? It's been 282. I don't know. It's been so long. I've got a hill walking trip planned in the next couple of weeks, but yeah, I've been doing more high roxy stuff just now, and so that's a bit different. But
I've got
yeah, I think I've
stairs. Does
always
that
liked
count?
that. Pardon me?
I've got stairs. Does that count?
Absolutely. Every step counts. Every single step counts.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, and it's like, because obviously I originally, followed you because we're all with the coloring thing, but it's been really inspiring to just see like how hard you've been working the last couple of years. And because I think even you had, I remember you were posting like with your 40th birthday or it was like your 39th, and then you had
Oh
finished
yeah.
like a bunch of those then. And that was just like, that is amazing. And to fit that with illustrating books every year, and in your case, sometimes twice a year, not to mention, tending to your girls and just like everything else, like your time management must just be absolutely amazing.
Well, that's really kind of you to say. It does not feel amazing. It feels like a constant struggle. But yeah, I think we're getting there. And I'm not the best at social media, I have to say. So when things are really busy, you will not see me posting on there because I just don't have time. And I just figure that's the last thing, on the to-do list. So if I'm really quiet, it's not because I'm really boring and doing nothing. It's because I'm doing everything.
Oh my gosh,
And there'll
yes.
be a nice catch-up post eventually. But yeah, so probably might be a good time to mention this. So this year is a year where I'm going to make 2 books in a year, which means that
Really? Wait, this year, as
um,
in you have one releasing in November, The Wonderful Wildflowers, and then we have another secret book coming?
yes, there will be another
Because
one.
we haven't heard about any other
Yeah.
books.
So
Ooh, okay. Well, now
let
I
me think
gotta
this
ask. We're
through.
gonna move Wonderful Wildflowers to the side. What aren't you telling us? No, I'm kidding.
So this year, what year are we in?
2025.
2025.
Yeah.
So in 2025, let me look at you when I say this because I feel like I'm going to mess this up. In 2025, we have one book being released in November, which is Wonderful Wildflowers.
Yeah.
But this year I will finish 2 books, which means in 2026 there will be a surprise book and then
Ooh.
another book around
Yeah,
November
because
time.
we're lucky enough. We usually get the like November releases, but
Yeah, so we're keeping the November release for 2026, but
yeah.
there's also going to be a wee bonus just before it. Not
Okay.
just before it.
Well, now, when you say we though, is it like small? Well, I don't know. What can you? Is there anything you're
I mean,
allowed
that
to
could have just
tell
been a
us?
slip of the tongue, like I am Scottish.
That is true. That is
So
true.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a big surprise. It's
Well,
like a
it's a
big
surprise to
oversized
us. Are you
poster
kidding me? Like how excited we get about that?
Yeah, Joe,
Oh,
it's one of those things I'm like, on paper, yeah, that sounds great. We can commit to that. And now I'm like, oh my gosh,
well, yeah, because
there's
from
so
start
much
to
more to do.
finish, how long does it take you to, like, say you have no pages drawn? They're like, okay, we've got a
Yeah.
title, we've got a theme. From start to finish, how long does it take you to complete a book? I haven't even counted really how many pages, but I mean, we're talking at least what?
80 usually, 80 pages.
That's it.
So I can probably do a book in 4 months, but that's hard. And also,
Yeah.
my children get really angry at me towards the end because
Oh,
I'm just drawing,
absolutely.
drawing. I'm like, even if like the pasta's in the like, pasta's on the stove, I'm like drawing at the side. Like it's just chaos. So comfortably, you want 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
So I really
So
should crack on with the next one.
how much, like, how long does it take you per page from like, because you probably do it in like batches where you sketch everything out and then you move on to like inking or how do you do a lot of
Mm,
that?
Yeah, in an ideal world, that's how it would happen. But no, so I have a page plan. So I'll write out, or I have a little spreadsheet, and it says, like how many pages we need to fill. And then I block off things like the title page and the contents page. And then I work out how much art we need to do.
Yeah.
Then I sometimes do thumbnail sketches, but usually I just draw like it's
Yeah,
just
just
so
jump
it's
right
so
in.
I just draw, Emily.
Yeah.
So I just draw and then I'll do maybe like 2 or 3 pages in pencil and then I'll ink them and then I'll scan them in. So that batch of three. And that's mainly because I'm scared I'll lose the sketches. Like it's nothing very technical. It's just like, oh no. So I do it like that and then we just piece it out bit by bit.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, Wilcox, I saw briefly because I'm really bad at following chat when I have a guest, but I did see Wilcox was asking, is it going to be available for pre order?
Oh yeah, always. And like, annoyingly, well not annoyingly, but
Well,
my
yeah,
publisher always puts it for pre-order before I finished it, and there's nothing the pressure of you guys all buying a book and getting excited and me sitting there going, I haven't even finished it.
you know what that is though? That's faith. That's faith in your skill that we've all
Well,
loved all the books that you've put out so far. Like honestly, you could probably even throw a few funky drawings in there and we'd be like, "Oh my god, this is adorable."
well, I'll not take you up on that offer just yet, but I'm really glad. That's so nice to hear. Thank you.
Well, so with wonderful, so obviously we're gonna wait for any official announcements for the secret book. Actually, have you ever heard of a author called Brandon Sanderson?
No, I feel like I should have done better. I'm so sorry.
Well,
No, I
if
haven't.
if it's okay, like he's not a coloring book artist. He's a fantasy book writer, and he is just like a beast. The amount of books that he puts out, like on a regular basis, is absolutely insane. But he always has these key things that are called secret projects, like secret project number one, number two, kind of number three, and everybody gets really excited. And eventually, the books have a title. But to those that are still like within his community, always refer to them. Oh, this was secret project number one. This was secret project two, and
Oh.
nobody knows about them until like it's released. Like they're just like because he puts out so many good books, it's just like, well, I'm sure we'll love it when it comes.
Now, I feel like Claire might have
Yeah.
mentioned this author to me. I'll need to double check, but
Oh,
that's so
definitely.
exciting. Well, yeah, this will be Secret Project 2 for 2025 because Not So Secret Project 1 would have been Wonderful Wildflowers, which everyone
Which,
knew about.
yeah, speaking of not so secret, I know we mentioned it briefly, but like, so when you posted, I gotta ask, when you posted the picture of the front cover
Um,
and like the title was blocked out, did you think that we were all gonna go like Sherlock Holmes on it, trying to figure out what the title is?
Loads of people did. And they all DM'd me. And I was just like, sometimes I would reply with like a winky face. That
Right?
was that was if you went struck it lucky and you'd got it. It's like, yeah, bingo.
Well, I'm
Like,
not
yeah,
gonna lie.
loads of
When we saw it at first, I was like, with my husband, we were trying to like figure it out. But then I pulled some of our ladies into a chat, and it was like a group chat. I'm like, you guys, what do you think it is? We're all throwing out ideas. I want to say it was either Angela or Barbara. Like it might have been Angela who got it on because I was off on a wild tangent, and I got the first word, but the second word, like I was just like I was all over the place.
Oh.
And she said this, and I'm like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. And then of course we were all like, oh, we weren't.
I feel as well, I did tell some people, and then I can't remember who I've told. So never, obviously, I'm not very good at keeping secrets, so don't tell me a secret. But
Well,
like,
when you have a new
yeah.
book, like where does the publisher draw the line? Do they say like, oh, you can start sharing stuff, at X amount of time before release date, or how do they lay that out with like your?
No, they've never told me anything like that. My very first publisher did not like me sharing things on social media at all. Like, don't
Oh,
post pictures of the books. But that was a long time ago, and I
yeah,
think that was
yeah.
probably before everyone realized the power of social media. So because I was just gay, like, oh yeah, look, I've drawn this today. It's going to be in my new book. And then we're
Yeah,
like, don't do that. But yeah, no, that's no, I've never been. Sometimes though, like that, we'll plan a date for like an official, not launch, but like announcement.
yeah, yeah,
stuff gets leaked all the time. I don't think you can get too precious about that. Just go with
Well,
it,
I
don't
think it
you?
helps to build the anticipation and people get excited
Yeah.
about it and like and all that kind of stuff. And especially because now there is this solid community that just absolutely loves your books. It gets us all so excited. I mean, how many times
Oh,
have we had an interview here and we're talking about a new book and the rest of us are all like, "So when's the next one?" Like before it's even been a
oh.
conception. We're like, "More please."
But I've actually, I was just thinking there. I've signed, yeah, we've got 3 books in the pipeline now. So not
Really?
including Wonderful Wildflowers. So that's how far in advance we
Yeah,
think.
so we'll have the secret book, then we'll have next year's fall release, and then I guess the
Yeah.
third one would be the following fall after that, unless there's secret book number
Yeah.
two.
No, there's not secret book number 2. Could you imagine? No, that will be enough to be getting on with because I've got all these other things that I'm doing as well. So I'm doing another project just now that's not a book, um,
Oh,
a secret project side hustle
yeah. Okay,
1A, we'll
I
call
like
it.
it.
So I've got to finish that. And then, yeah, a few other little collaborations. So some are like proper brand collaborations, which
Yeah,
are always
yeah.
fun. And
Well, yeah, and
some
we
are
saw that
just,
bench that you were just doing too.
yeah, well, that's a charity project. So
Yeah.
that's a whole different one as well. So that's really good fun. And then some are just like people that I like on Instagram or other local businesses. It's like, oh yeah, let's do a thing.
Oh, fun.
So one of them is like a really nice local cake business called Amandine. And she was like, oh, can I commission a design or,
Yeah.
license it? I was like, I will swap you out for cake.
well, well, yeah, because that's kind of a but before you even started putting out coloring books, that's kind of what you did before, right? Like I know there was you did some bottles for Brewdog, and I know that obviously, like you can even see it when we see behind your shelf there, like you've got a lot of other products, but then there's been some commission stuff. So it's kind of like obviously it's not anything new for you, but it's kind of a throwback to when you did that in the beginning.
Yeah, so that was what my job was. I was a freelance illustrator and I created artwork for like every day for 40 hours a week,
Yeah.
probably much more than that actually. I was just like a hand for hire. So people would like recruit me or commission me to do artwork and I did things like book covers and website artwork. I did packaging. I did stuff for like so Starbucks and
Yeah.
Nike and
Oh, you did, that's right.
Adidas,
You did
like
Nike. You
lots
even
of
did
big
something for
brands.
Google, right?
Yeah, I did the Google
Yeah.
Doodle. I did a set of skis that are behind me,
Oh, that's
loads
awesome.
of things. Like that was my bread and butter. And then the book opportunity came along, and I actually almost turned it down. So when they approached me about doing Secret Garden, I was so busy with my freelance illustration work. I was like that I don't have any free hours in my week
Yeah.
to make this book. But it was just one of those projects, when you really, really want to do it. So I figured to myself, I'll just have no social life for however many months it takes to do this book. And I'll do my day job during the day, and
Yeah.
I'll do this book project at the weekends and at
Oh my
night.
gosh.
And it was pre-children, so I could pull it all nighter without really worrying too much. And that's how it happened. And then slowly the books have taken
Yeah.
over and the
Oh,
freelance stuff has
absolutely.
had to step to one side.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh. If you were doing the book the same time as you were doing everything else, you must just actually. Here's my question: with all the drawing you were doing for, your commissions and your collaborations, and then the book on top of that, did you ever like? Because if you're literally drawing all day, like, did your hands ever hurt? Like at the end of it, did you have to take like a
No.
couple days and like rest them, or even now, like with all the drawing that you're doing?
No, my hands never hurt. I sometimes get like neck pain
Mm.
and a sore shoulder. But do you know the thing that hurts the most is when I'm editing on the laptop. So if I've
Oh
scanned the artwork
yeah.
in and I'm on the Wacom and I'm just like moving things around and tidying it up, I think those like really little movements on my Wacom seem to knot up my shoulder. So,
Oh
it's another
yeah.
reason why I don't like digital. It hurts.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, if I'm doing something, or even if like I'm working on a coloring page and I'm like anxious to get it done, and I keep like pushing through, like a couple days after that, I'm like, okay, I need to take a little break.
Yeah, yeah. I think your eyes need a bit of a break as
Oh,
well. It's a lot
absolutely.
of up close work, and it's not massively good for you if you're just straining for however many hours a day. So
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, with the, we've always kind of asked and talked about, especially ever since, which one? I think it would have been Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, maybe. The one
Mm-hmm.
where Evie had drawn like a little monster and it got to go in the book. And then there was one of her classmates that said they wanted, a type of thing. So you put that in one of your other books. So with Wonderful Wildflowers, is there like any stories with any of the pages that we'll be seeing?
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm going to put this out there now because I think I'm going to get not abuse for it on the internet, but I think there's going to be some chat. So I'll just put it out there
okay.
now so
Okay.
that when it all happens, you could defend me.
Okay.
So when you look through this book, there are some wild animals in it. There's like some foxes and rabbits and like I think there's a king, not a kingfisher, a hummingbird, like animals of the wild. And then you will come to the page with a panda and you'll be like, what is this panda doing in this book? And the reason is that Mia's favorite animal is a panda. And she said to me, Mom, can you draw me a panda? And when your 7-year-old says that to you, you go, what
She's
that?
gonna draw a panda.
Of course I'll draw you a panda. So people are going to be like, oh, nice, like a deer and a fox and a hare and a rabbit and a panda. Like, why has she put a
Pandas
panda?
are adorable. Have you ever
Of
seen those videos where
course.
they're like, how do pandas even survive? And it's literally just them like falling out of a tree and like rolling down it. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
well, yeah, Mia just loves a panda. So there's a panda. I think he's actually got cherry blossoms in him because I was like, surely they're wildflowers in Japan. So it makes sense to me. So when you see the panda and people are saying on the internet, what is she thinking? That is what I was thinking.
That's hilarious. Hang on, you go ahead and keep coloring. I had a little technical thing pop up. I need to
Oh gosh,
fix
if
real
you've had a
quick.
technical thing, it's a bad day. I'll just show you what I've colored actually. So what did I start with? This
The
stuff,
top teapot. The top teapot.
this one. And now I'm going to do this little guy here.
Okay. So I realized that like the program that I have, I need to hang on one second.
We were laughing at the start of this live because Emily comes on and she's got like the cameras and the software and the introduction music and the hold down page. And I'm like, well, I just usually go on my phone and I press go on Facebook and that's it. I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a caption, sometimes I try and put a link, but usually it's just go. And then we did joke and say maybe one day in the future Emily could come and do all my technical stuff and we
Do
could
it.
have a beautiful, polished media department, Emily, a media
I
department.
would be down with it. Like, yeah, it's great. We'll just move abroad. Maybe a husband can like get a
Just come
job out
here.
there, right? Oh, hang on. Hang on, folks. One second. Hold up. Bear with, folks. One second.
We're back, Emily. You're on mute though. You're on mute.
Yeah, okay. All right, we're good. I was just like, no. Okay. Just make sure this is all. Okay, I think we're good.
I can hear you.
Okay, sweet. We're gonna move back to there. Oh no, it's not. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Crud. Because your video is not showing up now. So hang on one second. Usually I have to open
Okay.
it in like a certain order here. So I know
You want me
that.
to fill for you, Emily, while you do the technical stuff?
Right. Well, the thing of it is you're not showing up right now, and it's because like I have to open things in a specific way. So just give me one second. I'm gonna see if I can fix this real quick. Okay, hang on
Oops.
all 1 second.